Welcome back to KX News at 6. Checking in with a very cold Harvey this evening, sitting at exactly 0 degrees. Still seeing those winds howling a little bit, giving us that wind chill at 18 degrees below. Hardly any parking left there on the open streets. And again, hopefully those roads continue to improve over the course of tonight and into tomorrow. Here are some snowfall totals for you, beginning with Emmerich at 7 inches, Max, Harvey, Velva sitting all around a half a foot. Minot coming in at 4 inches. We've seen several people messaging us suggesting Minot got more than that. If you have proof of more than that, we would love to see it. But until we see it, that's our official reports for right now. Some additional totals coming in. Bismarck at 3.2 inches, a bit overperforming there for the capital city. Williston, Watford City at about 3. If you don't see your town on these two sheets, that's because we have no totals from your town. So send them our way and we'll include them in the next show that we have here. And of course, some wind gusts from earlier this morning. Saw 70 miles per hour in our southwestern location, 65 towards Mott. Dickinson, pretty much the same thing. Hettinger at 60 miles per hour. So hopefully those winds continue to die down as we head into tomorrow. And they really should be coming down, of course, over the next 5 to 10 hours. Our NDDOT roadmap right now shows gradually improving conditions up towards the far north, down towards the capital city. Still those snow-covered roads back towards the eastern tier, and unfortunately some ice still out towards the west. But as those winds continue to calm and the blowing snow goes away, we'll continue to get better, of course, as we head into our Friday. Temperature-wise, getting very chilly across the board. Already seeing some below zeros towards the far north and not too much better down towards the south. Nary a 10 in sight. Overall, pretty cold here. And of course, those wind chills brought to you by Absolute Comfort Plumbing and Heating. Not much really to be said about this. Teens and 20s below, back towards the eastern tier. Do see some positive values, but barely across the entire far west. So we'll continue to see these wind chills, unfortunately, for most of the day tomorrow, but some relief is coming as we get into the weekend. But first, your lows again below zero for the most part as we move through tonight. And we do want to warn you about a quick chance of snow tomorrow afternoon in our northwestern and central locations. Really shouldn't be too bad, but some areas along Highway 83 you could see ½ an inch, unfortunately, as you move through tomorrow afternoon. So be aware of that concern as you get into and through our Friday. So about the good news I was saying, we had this area of high pressure, right, just off towards our west. Right now we're on the front side of that high, meaning our winds are out of the north. It's blustery, it's frigid across the board. As we get into late tomorrow and into Saturday, this high is going to gradually slide off towards the east, meaning our winds will shift to out of the south and we'll gradually get above freezing by the time we get into next week. And you can see that right here, Saturday and Sunday, back to those 20s, maybe even a couple of 40s towards Dickinson and Bowman. We'll see how warm we climb. Looking at Williston's next 5 days, a high of 20 tomorrow, and I said step by step, getting warmer as we get into the weekends and next week, and then 35 by Christmas Eve there for us. Dickinson tomorrow, a high of 20, but near 40 as early as Saturday, so a 17-degree jump from tomorrow into the beginning stages of our weekend. Let's check out Minot's next 7 days. A high of 14 tomorrow, again 40% chance of those snow showers during the afternoon. You see overall Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, 35s there for us. Make it close to 40 down towards the south as we see here in Bismarck. Looking ahead to next week, 30s galore Monday through Thursday. About that, Joel.
Not a bad way to end December.
Yeah, I mean, we have paid the piper a little bit for it. Some of that snow, some of those bitterly cold temperatures. We're going to get a little bit of a gift as we get into next week.
And Kenny, thanks so much. Coming up next, it's been a hot start to the season, and